Hello, my dear. If you're in your 70s or getting close, and you started to feel like happiness is slipping through your fingers, stick with me until the very end. Today, I'm sharing 12 simple but truly powerful habits that joyful women practice every day to live with meaning, peace, and a spark of joy. And believe me, some of them might catch you by surprise, especially habit number 9. It's a small mental shift that completely changed how I see life. The best part? You don't need a lot of money, perfect health, or even a packed social calendar to feel deeply content. These are things you can start doing right now, right where you are, using what you already have. So pour yourself a cup of tea, get cozy, and let's talk about the small daily habits that can make a big difference in how you feel. And before we dive in, if finding happiness in everyday moments matters to you, go ahead and tap that like button so more wonderful women like yourself can see this. Don't forget to hit subscribe for more heartwarming practical tips for living well at every age. Now, let's begin with habit number 1, a morning gratitude practice that sets a positive tone for the day. Habit number 1, start your day with a moment of gratitude. What's the first thing you usually do when you wake up? Do you grab your phone, start planning out your day, or maybe worry about something left over from yesterday? Here's a habit that many happy women over 70 count on, beginning the day with a simple moment of gratitude. Every morning, before I even get out of bed, I take a deep breath and think of 3 things I'm thankful for. They don't have to be big. It might be the sunlight peeking through the curtains, that first comforting sip of tea, the birds chirping outside, reminding me that life is moving forward. But here's what really changed things for me. I write it down. I keep a small notepad by my bed and jot down just one short sentence of gratitude each morning. One day, I wrote, "I'm grateful for the strength in my legs that still take me on morning walks." And somehow, that small sentence helped me feel stronger, more thankful for my body, even with its. Why does this work? Research shows that writing down what we're grateful for boosts serotonin, helps reduce stress, and can even lead to better sleep. It teaches your brain to look for the good things, so happiness slowly becomes part of your daily mindset. So here's your challenge. Tomorrow morning, before anything else, write down one thing you're grateful for. Do this every day for a week, and just notice how it changes your mornings. Next up is habit number 2, a gentle morning routine that feels like a gift to yourself. Habit number 2, create a morning ritual that feels like a treat. How you start your day really matters. That's why women who enjoy life after 70 take time in the morning to do something small but meaningful, something that feels like a little gift to themselves. For me, it's a warm cup of tea made just the way I like it, steaming with a little honey. I take it to my favorite chair by the window and quietly watch the birds in my yard. This moment, just me, my tea, and the stillness centers me. It reminds me to slow down, breathe, and appreciate the now. But your ritual doesn't have to look like mine. Maybe it's a short walk outside while the morning air is still cool, reading a few pages from an inspiring book, doing some gentle stretches to loosen up your body, simply sitting in silence and listening to the world wake up. The activity itself doesn't matter. What matters is that it brings you calm and joy. Studies show that beginning your day with a peaceful routine helps reduce stress, improves focus, and builds a sense of well-being. The key? Be intentional. Don't just sip your coffee while scrolling your phone. Make it a quiet, meaningful moment. So, what will your morning ritual be? Pick something that lifts your spirit and make it a regular, non-negotiable part of your day. Let's move on to habit number 3, why getting outside for just a few minutes can do wonders. Habit number 3, step outside for a dose of fresh air and peace. Want a quick way to lift your spirits? Step outside and breathe in the fresh air. It might sound too simple, but you'd be amazed how many folks stay indoors all day without realizing what they're missing. Women who stay joyful as they age make it a habit to go outside every single day, even if it's just for a little while. Some days, I take a slow walk around the neighborhood and wave to familiar faces. Other days, I just sit on my porch, sip my tea, and listen to the sounds of the world around me. The trees rustling, the birds chirping, the world going about its business. And something always shifts inside me. The sunshine on my skin reminds me I'm here. The breeze clears my mind. The sounds of nature pull me into the moment. And here's what science says. Just 20 minutes outside each day can lower your stress, improve your mood, and even help regulate your blood pressure. And if you're not up for a walk, that's okay. Even sitting by an open window or watering your plants counts. The goal is simple. Reconnect with the world around you, even just for a few minutes. So today, here's your gentle nudge. Step outside, even if just for a moment, and see how it makes you feel. Up next, habit number 4, how small movements each day can transform your body and mind. Habit number 4, keep the body moving, but make it fun. Here's a little secret for you. Staying active doesn't mean running marathons or lifting heavy weights. Truly happy women in their 70s understand this. Movement isn't about exercise. It's about enjoying your body. I used to believe I had to follow some strict workout schedule to stay in shape. But over time, I realized movement should bring you joy. So now, I move in ways that make me smile. Some days that's a slow, peaceful walk around the block, where I can wave to neighbors. Other days, it's gentle stretching in my living room, or turning on a favorite old song and dancing in the kitchen. Yes, I've still got a few good moves. It's not about how hard you push. What matters is how often you do it. Moving your body eases stiffness and helps your joints stay flexible. Gives you natural energy, no extra coffee needed. Makes daily things easier, like climbing stairs or carrying groceries. And here's a cool fact. Research shows that regular movement keeps your brain sharper too. Moving your body helps increase circulation to the brain, which keeps it engaged and alert. And guess what? It's never too late to begin. Even a few minutes of stretching, a gentle yoga session, or pulling weeds in the garden can help. So today, I encourage you, move in a way that feels fun, comfortable, and enjoyable to you. Now let's explore habit number 5, how just one conversation a day can warm your heart and brighten someone else's too. Habit number 5, connect with someone every day. Being happy often comes down to one thing, staying connected. No matter how strong or independent we all crave moments of real connection. That's why women who stay joyful after 70 make it a point to connect with at least one person each day. Sometimes it's a long chat with a dear friend. Other times, it's something small, like calling my kids just to say hello. Sharing a kind good morning with the mail carrier. And here's what I've learned. Even the tiniest connection can change how your heart feels. There have been days I told myself, I don't want to bother anyone. But then I made the call anyway. And just like that, I felt lighter, more connected, less alone. Because honestly, so many of us are waiting for someone else to reach out. But what if they're waiting too? Be the one to reach first. Send a short message to someone you care about. Pick up the phone and make a quick call. Drop off something sweet for a neighbor, a flower, a homemade snack, or a handwritten note. Research shows that strong social ties lower stress, lift your spirits, even help you live longer. And if you ever feel lonely, remember, there are always ways to meet others. Try a book club, a local group, a class, or even something online. Friendships can bloom at any age. Here's your gentle challenge. Reach out to someone today. That simple thinking of you might just be what they and you needed to hear. Now let's head into habit number 6. How feeding your curiosity every day can keep your spirit and mind feeling young. Habit number 6. Learn something new every day. Want to stay young at heart? Keep learning. Women who remain vibrant and happy into their 70s and beyond are the ones who stay curious. They treat each day as a new chance to learn something interesting, inspiring, or simply fun. And don't worry, you don't need to go back to school. Learning happens in all kinds of simple, meaningful ways. Some days, I read a chapter from a book and discover a fun fact. Other days, I try a brand new recipe just to see how it turns out. Sometimes I turn to my grandkids and say, "Teach me something new." And they always do. Recently, I tried watercolor painting, and believe me, those first few paintings were a mess. But I kept going, laughed at myself, and over time, I started to improve. That's the beauty of it. Learning isn't about being perfect. It's about keeping your brain strong, staying mentally curious, adding fun and excitement to your days. Science agrees. Challenging your brain with new information boosts memory, slows cognitive decline, and helps you feel more alive. So here's your invitation. Learn something today. It could be a random fact, a new word, or figuring out how to use that app on your phone you've been avoiding. Because when we keep learning, we keep growing, and that's what keeps our minds and spirits alive. Now let's move on to habit number 7. Why feeding your body with love isn't just about the food you eat. It's about the joy of eating it. Habit number 7. Nourish your body with love. Feeling good starts on the inside, and that means taking care of how we fuel our bodies. But don't worry, I'm not here to suggest a diet or tell you to give up chocolate. I could never do that either. But what I've come to realize is this. When I treat my body with love, I feel more energized, more focused, and more able to enjoy life. And it's not just about the ingredients. It's about the experience. Rather than rushing through meals, I slow down and enjoy each bite. A fresh peach bursting with flavor in the summertime. A hot bowl of homemade soup when it's cold outside. The peaceful joy of cooking something nourishing just for myself. Eating well isn't about rules. It's about listening to your body and giving it kindness. Here are a few small habits that can make a big impact. Add more fresh colors to your meals. Think fruits, veggies, and whole grains. Drink more water. Hydration really is a magic trick for aging well. Swap out processed snacks for wholesome, home-prepared foods when you can. But most importantly, make mealtime joyful. Because food is more than fuel, it's comfort, connection, and a quiet way to show your self-care. So here's a little challenge. Choose one thing this week to nourish your body in a loving way. Maybe it's a vibrant salad, a homemade smoothie, or just slowing down to really enjoy your meal. Now let's look at habit number 8, how the smallest acts of kindness can spark big joy in your heart and others. Habit number 8. Embrace small acts of kindness. If life has taught me anything, it's this. Kindness always finds its way back. The happiest women I've ever known, they sprinkle kindness into their days like it's second nature, not through big grand gestures, but through the small, thoughtful ones that brighten someone else's day and lift your own heart. Some days, it looks like baking cookies and dropping them off for a neighbor, sending a handwritten card to an old friend with a simple, "You crossed my mind today," or even something as effortless as smiling at a stranger. You just never know who might need it. Recently, I began writing short thank you notes to people who've touched my life, even for things they did years ago. And let me tell you, the responses were so touching. Folks said it made their whole week. They felt appreciated, remembered, and seen. That's the beauty of kindness. It has a ripple effect, and it's not just feel-good fluff. Science tells us small acts of kindness boost serotonin levels, ease stress, and raise your overall happiness. And don't forget, kindness should also be directed inward. Give yourself grace when things don't go perfectly. Speak to yourself like you would to someone you love. Honor the strength and wisdom you've earned over the years. So here's your gentle challenge today. Do one kind thing for someone else or for yourself. You'll be amazed how much brighter the world looks when you lead with love. Now, let's move to habit number 9, how reflection brings you back to what really matters. Habit number 9, take time for reflection. As the years pass, I've come to understand something. Life becomes more meaningful when we pause long enough to notice it. In a fast-moving world, women who stay joyful choose to slow down and reflect, to honor the little moments that give life its depth. Every evening, I take a few quiet minutes to ask myself, what brought me joy today? What did I learn about myself or the world? What small win can I feel proud of? Sometimes I jot it down in a plain notebook, nothing fancy. Other times, I just sit by the window, watch the light fade, and let the thoughts come and go. And here's the thing. This simple habit completely shifted how I see life. I stopped focusing on what went wrong and started noticing what went right. I began to see each day not as something to survive, but something to be grateful for. Science supports this too. Reflecting on our day strengthens memory, reduces mental clutter, and brings greater emotional balance. But reflection isn't about being perfect. It's about being present. It's learning from your past and appreciating the now. So tonight, before your head hits the pillow, take a moment. Reflect. Just one thought, one moment, one realization. It's enough. Next, we'll explore habit number 10. How surrounding yourself with beauty can lift your spirit in the most gentle way. Habit number 10. Surround yourself with beauty. If you're looking for a simple way to feel more joyful, start here. Surround yourself with beauty. And no, I don't mean expensive decor or fancy furniture. Real beauty isn't about money. It's about mindfulness. It's about filling your space with things that make you feel good inside. For me, that's fresh flowers in a jar. Sometimes just a bloom I picked from the yard. Family photos that make me smile every time I walk by. A softly glowing candle in the evening that makes the whole room feel calm and peaceful. And beauty isn't just indoors, it's outside too. The soft pink sky at sunrise, the sway of trees in the wind, the sound of children laughing in the distance. The more you notice these things, the more alive and content you feel. And guess what? Studies back this up. Being surrounded by beauty, natural or created, calms your nervous system, sparks creativity, and lifts your mood. And here's the best part. You don't have to wait for beauty to find you. You can bring it into your life today. So here's your invitation. Add one small touch of beauty to your world. Maybe it's clearing off a space and lighting a candle, hanging a colorful print that brings back a happy memory, or stepping outside and really taking in the view. Because when your world feels beautiful, your heart does too. Now, let's move into habit number 11, why acknowledging your achievements can bring you deep joy and self-respect. Habit number 11, celebrate what you've accomplished. It's easy to focus on what we didn't do, the goals we missed, or the dreams we let go. But you know what happy women over 70 understand? Life is already filled with accomplishments worth honoring. All it takes is a little pause to remember them. Think back. The tough seasons you made it through. The kindness you showed, even when things were hard. The memories you helped create. The people whose lives you made brighter. Those are achievements. Real, meaningful ones. Some evenings, I flip through photo albums or old letters from loved ones. It reminds me of all the beautiful chapters I've lived. Even the hard parts, the ones that stretched me, taught me something, and made me stronger. And here's something to remember. You don't need a trophy or a big win to celebrate yourself. Did you take a walk today? That counts. Try something that scared you? That matters. Push through a tough day with grace? That's worth applause. Because happiness isn't only about big moments. It's about seeing the quiet victories along the way. So today, take just a moment. Acknowledge something you're proud of. Maybe write it down, or just whisper it to yourself with a smile. And now we arrive at habit number 12, the true power of laughter, and why it's a gift you can give yourself every single day. Habit number 12, prioritize laughter and joy. Want to know the secret to staying young at heart? Laugh. Every single day. The happiest women I know don't wait for joy to come knocking. They choose to find it, to create it, and to share it. For me, that means watching an old sitcom that still cracks me up, telling silly stories with friends, because shared laughter is the best kind. And yes, laughing at myself when I walk into a room and forget why. It happens. And here's what's amazing. Laughter really is medicine. It lowers your blood pressure, eases tension, floods your body with feel-good chemicals. But joy is bigger than just laughter. It's in the things that light up your soul. For me, that's painting. baking something from scratch, or playing silly games with my grandkids. For you, it might be listening to music, dancing barefoot in your kitchen, or planting something new in your garden. Joy doesn't need to be loud or flashy. Sometimes, it's just sitting still and feeling the breeze on your skin. So here's my invitation. Find one thing today that makes you smile, and do it. Let joy be part of your everyday life, not just something reserved for special occasions. So there you have it. 12 simple but powerful habits that joyful women over 70 practice daily to live with intention, peace, and happiness. But now it's your turn. Tell me, which one of these habits speaks to you the most? Will you start your day with gratitude, spend time reflecting in the evenings, or add a little laughter and beauty to your space? Drop a comment below and share your thoughts. I'd love to hear from you. And if this message spoke to your heart, give this video a like so others can find it too. Hit subscribe for more encouraging, uplifting tips for joyful living at any age. And pass it along to a friend who might need a little inspiration today. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. Stay joyful, stay grateful, and never stop shining. Until next time, take care, my dear.